Hi everyone, how are you doing? My name is Kaylana and thank you for stopping by my YouTube channel, The Blessed Driver. A couple of years ago, I actually started a series on how to start your own grocery and food delivery business. Now, I know at that time, this is when like the grocery delivery industry was really booming, and it still is. But I really wanted to get into the meat of the different types of software and even some of the companies that can actually help you get your business off the ground. Now, there are many things that you have to do to get started, or even before you get started, especially with, starting your business. You have to register your business with the state, becomes legal. Register your fictitious name, file for your taxes. I mean, there's so many different aspects of it, at least getting started, but there's nothing wrong with doing your research even before you do all of that, or even while you're in the midst of that. And now there are many different companies and different types of software that you can utilize on getting started with your grocery delivery business. And if you aren't quite sure on finding the right developer or even trying to find the right company that you can afford, then I would highly suggest that you guys go with Fiverr. Yes, Fiverr. I use Fiverr for almost every and anything that you can imagine. Now, I can find other people to help me out with my business or to help me out with different types of projects that I'm working on. But the reason why I like Fiverr the most is with Fiverr, you're working with freelancers. Well, there's also Upwork, and there are other companies as well that you can look into. Now, keep in mind that Fiverr is not the main company that I'm going to be talking about. There are going to be other companies and software that I'm going to mention to you. One of the reasons why I really enjoy working with Fiverr is because you can work with that developer or that company or that person one-on-one. Now, I'm sure some of you guys are like, wow, I didn't know that you can do all that on Fiverr. Let me tell you something, guys. With Fiverr, you can do a lot. There's so many things that you can do on this app and on this website because this company has it all. And there are so many people out there that have the ability to make your dreams come true or to help you accomplish your goals. Now, what I'm going to do is show you some snippets of how to research and find the right developer and software engineer to help you get your grocery delivery app and your company off the ground. Now, keep in mind that when it comes to grocery delivery and food delivery, most of the time, most of these companies, they have it to where a customer can order on the website and also through the app. Now, this can be completely optional to you as well, but I would highly suggest that you try to utilize both if you can. So without further ado, now I'm going to get into the meat of the video on finding the right developer on how to help you launch your grocery and food delivery business. Okay, guys, I am back. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back. And so I'm getting ready to go into the Fiverr app to try to look for some developers and programmers that are able to create my own grocery and food delivery app. Again, before I get into this particular video, keep in mind that these are companies and people that are able to create this for you from scratch. And some of them also use pre-made software. So you will get more into that as we go, okay? And so you can use the Fiverr app itself, or you can go to the Fiverr website, which is fiverr.com, and try to utilize that on your own. However, it's easier for you to do it, go for it. So I'm going to go ahead and go into Fiverr. Now, I was already researching this, and that's why it says grocery. So what I'm going to do is you can do your own search, whatever it is that you're looking for, whether you want someone to create the app for you or the website for you from scratch, or if they already have pre-made software and they just want to, retweak or reskin some things in the back end, you're able to do that as well. But let's go into grocery delivery app. And you want to look into gigs, not necessarily sellers, but go into gigs. Now we want to go into search. Okay. Now there are going to be many different types of gigs that are available. And some of the main categories, of course, are mobile apps, e-commerce development, web programming, app design, web builders, and CMS, which is customer management solutions, I believe, and things like that. So we're not going to get into any of that. So as you can see here, as we scroll down, you can see the many different freelancers that you can utilize and that you can hire to actually build your website and your app for you. Okay. Now, and you also want to make sure that you have decided how do you want to set up your grocery and your food delivery business. Do you want to have a website and an app, or do you want to just have an app only? And my suggestion is, if you really want to be very successful at this, if you really want to broaden your spectrum on your customer base and your audience base, it might be best for you to have an app and a website implemented at the same time, because a lot of people do not know how to use cell phones, unfortunately. Some of them may have, special needs, or they may not be able to access a mobile device. And some people just really don't know how to use mobile apps at all, or even how to order. And it's much easier for them to use a desktop computer or laptop, which is what a lot of people do. Okay. And what I found is that there are many people, and who I've even spoke to when I used to do Instacart, was that a lot of people order their groceries online, pretty much on their not the website, but on their computer, like whether it be their desktop or their laptop, but they would not know what's going on because they did not have the app installed on their phone. And some people, really, believe it or not, do not even have smartphones. So I just want to let you guys know that ahead of time. So we're just going to go and look. Now, you may see a variety of pricing in regards to what the freelancers are able to do, what some of these developers are able to do. But keep in mind that some of them work on different platforms. Some of these developers use different type of programming languages. And I know some of you guys who have no idea on what some of these programming languages are, like PHP, and, you got to think about Java and, Perl and things like that. So even if you don't know, or Ruby on Rails, whatever, like even if you don't know, it's okay if you don't, but it's good to at least have some type of knowledge on what each programming language means. Even if you don't know how to code or learn on your own, it's good to know a little bit of something and do some studying beforehand. So that way, if something were to ever occur, you'll know what to look for and how to hire the right person, okay? So let's go into this first person here. There's a guy right here, or a lady right here. This developer, this freelancer is this Alcax Solutions. And it says that they're able to do a grocery delivery and mobile app. Now, the pricing looks a little bit steep, but this is actually pretty good pricing. This is kind of now keep in mind that this looks like this is built from scratch, from the ground up. And to us, it may seem a little bit pricey, but this is pretty much normal. What a developer or a freelancer would pretty much charge to build from the ground up. You may have some developers that may charge twice or 3 times this amount, depending on what you are looking for. But let's look into this. Let's look and see what they have to offer. Now, I'm not going to read all of this verbatim because you can look on your own. But it says here that we are a mobile app development company with offices in the USA, Dubai, and India. We have a strong team of 150 plus developers and 15 plus years of experience in building mobile apps using the latest technology for 1,500 plus clients across the world. Looking to build a grocery delivery app like Instacart or InstaShop? The following are key features of our app, which we shall deliver for you or to you, which is good. Now, these are some of the things that if you guys are looking for anything in particular, these are the features that you guys want to look for. Now, this looks like this company is pretty legit, even though they do not have a lot of ratings, and that's okay, but it looks like they know what they're doing, okay? And that's one of the main things that you want to look for is when you look for a developer or a freelancer here to build your app or your grocery delivery business from the ground up, is look for the ratings, how long they've been on. It looks like they're pro verified, meaning that right here, which is pro verified, that means that they have been tested. They have been verified by Fiverr that they are a professional in their line of work. And that's very, very key. And these are some of the features. The customer can sign in, they can sign up. You have secure payments, which is a plus, which is major. Make sure that when you have your developer to make your app, that it's very secure, it's hack proof. I know sometimes hacks happen, but make sure that it is highly secure, okay? You have a review rating, which is, I know a lot of these shoppers have gone through this tragedy of reviews and ratings and stuff like that. You have, there's so many things that you can look for. Okay, you see here, promotions and offers, profile management. You also have real-time analytics, which is very good. So you can know what's going on within the app. You can know who's ordering, how they're ordering, where they're ordering from, how often do people are ordering groceries and stuff like that. You can also add promo codes and coupons. You can also manage drivers and customers and restaurants or even grocery stores rather. And so you guys have all of these things here, and they have pricing. Now let's look at how they start their pricing. Now, if you start with the basic package, they will provide the script, the source code of the grocery app with a logo changes, and for iPhone and for Android. And this includes the app icon. You get one mobile operating system, so you can either choose between iPhone, which is iOS, or Android. Now me, I am an Android kind of gal. No shade and no shame, okay? I love my Android. Or you can start with iPhone or iOS first, and then once you begin to build your business, then you can also add on Android as well. You can add a splash screen, app icon. You can also add your ad network integration, and this also includes the source code. Now, I don't really know about the ad network integration. I think the ad network integration is more so, I want to say like adding ads into your app, I believe, if I'm correct. But you really might not even need that. It looks like they have 18 good 5-star reviews, and it shows here all of the people who have ordered, and most of them are from the United States. And so if you guys are here in the United States, that should tell you something. That should say a lot. That means that you have a lot of people in the US that are trying to start their own grocery delivery business, especially in the US. Now you have some that are all over the world, but most of them are in the US, okay guys? So I want to make sure that you guys understand that there are people that are trying to start their own grocery delivery business, okay? Now let's go into the package B, $5,500. And of course, package A is 30 days. It takes 30 days for them to develop. Package B is about 45 days. You get 2 revisions. So basically you have 2 times for them to revise whatever it is that you want. You can do 2 mobile operating systems, meaning that you can get this done on iOS and also on Android. You get all of the other features included as with the first one. You can also have them to submit your app, which is what I highly suggest, because you get this on both. I highly suggest that you allow these companies to submit your app only because they're able to set up the description for you. They can set up the back end for you on how to make sure that you have a eye-catching or a SEO description, making sure that people can find you. And also they will implement, the screenshots for you, your icon, all that kind of good stuff for you, okay? Making sure that everything is set perfectly before you submit it. Now the $9,500 package looks like you will get all of the other details as far as the other 2, but it takes about 60 days, which is about 2 months. You get 2 revisions, and you also get all these other features as well, okay? And so my suggestion, if you want something like this that's built from scratch, my suggestion would be to save your money. Now, these are some of the pictures of what it would look like if they were to build the app for you. Now, if you guys are wondering where do they get pictures from, most of the apps and most of the companies, they have what they call, it's like an integration or like an aggregator or like a feed, where it automatically comes with pre-made pictures or pictures that were already in the feed that comes with the software. Because I know with Instacart, they're trying to eliminate competition, and basically they do not want anybody stealing their images. So if you try to use an image from Instacart or Shipt or whatever, they're going to allegedly know that. And so just be careful with even using images on your grocery delivery app, because your competition is going to study you, and they're going to be like, oh, I took that picture, that's ours. And then they're going to come after you and then try to sue you. So that is key. I'm not going to go through all of these guys, but let's also look at, there's so many of them, but I want to look at the ones with the highest rating, which is what I suggest. I would suggest using the ones with the higher rating. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have to, but I highly suggest that. Especially the ratings. My thing is I like to go for someone that has like 4.8 rating and above. 4.7 might do, but I like to look at why their rating is so low, if it's low. Okay, so let's go down to, now you may not have a lot of reviews. I like to go for reviews that are at least 15, 20 or more. But if there are a newer freelancer, you might not get as many reviews, especially if their cost for their services is a little bit pricey. You might not get a lot of people to do that, but that's okay. So let's go over to this person right here. It looks like they're charging between $1,400 to almost $10,000. Now it says pro verified, and they are Fiverr's choice. They have a app they developed, which is award winning. And if you look here, you can see all of the features that they have. Please, please, please look at the features. Before you even do this, make sure that you write down and you have documented what do you want in your app or in your grocery delivery business. Like what type of the software that you want, what features do you want? That's very, very important. Okay. And it shows here a little bit. I don't know if I can squeeze in, but yeah. And they also partner with Microsoft, their Google Cloud partner, Adobe, Magento. I've used Magento before. Shopify here, and Amazon AWS, okay? Now, these are just some of the features that this person has. They have about 9 reviews. Again, most of them are in the US, and one is in Cyprus. I believe that's in Greece. I don't know. Now, this is 2 months ago. This person ordered from them, and this is what their back end look like. It looks like they have a food delivery app, or it's hard to really tell what this is. It's hard to really tell. But this person has their own grocery and food delivery app. And these are some of the pricing. I'm not going to go through all the detail about the pricing, but you can kind of see that for yourself, what's offered, design, prototype, branding, and then you have more, and then you have all that kind of stuff. So even if it takes them a couple of months or several weeks to complete your app, that's okay. You want to make sure that they're building it the right way. They're building it to your customization, and they're also building it safely, meaning that there aren't going to be any holes or cracks for any potential hackers to get inside your app, okay? And there's so many others, guys. You will just have to look through them and see for yourself. Even some of the lower price ones, you can still look at those. It's okay, because some of these might be just newer developers or are newer people that come on here to offer their services, okay? New freelancers, so it's okay. This one here, you have some of their customizations and some of their features. They start off at $50, then to $250, then to $750. But keep in mind that they don't have all of the other customizations as some of the other ones do. Now, even if someone is priced higher, it doesn't always mean that you'll always get what you want, but you should, especially if you're paying a lot of money. Again, guys, this looks like they're creating this from scratch or creating this from the ground up. And if you don't see what you want on here, if you don't see the right company, the right freelancer, you can always post a request like here. You can say what you want. You can go into the ad description, say, hey, this is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. You only have 300 characters. Now, the 300 characters is really when you use the app. But I believe that when you use like the desktop or the website and stuff, you have more characters to utilize. For the app, I don't know why it's just shorter. And you decide what category it is, and and et cetera, et cetera. This is all pretty much self-explanatory. But guys, I just wanted to show you some of the ways that you can research Fiverr to find someone to help you set up your grocery and your food delivery app. It doesn't necessarily have to be grocery. It can also be food. Like some people want to have a company where they're building for restaurant delivery. And I'm going to get more into that a little bit later. But for this is grocery and food delivery. And you can see here, they're building it for iOS and Android. And this should be easy, guys. And a lot of these companies can set it up to where you have your own drivers. You can have, there's so much you can do here. This one, they start off at $200, which is pretty affordable. They also have app submission, which is pretty good. Splash screen, app icon, ad integration. $350, you have all the extra stuff. You still have one mobile operating system, but you have all this extra stuff. And then $700, you have 2 operating systems. And I could actually do this in like one paycheck, but still, you have all this extra stuff. And see, guys, this is easy. You tell these developers what you want and see if they have the expertise in the area of knowledge to help you get all of this stuff set up. Okay, guys. And you also need to decide, do I want to have other drivers? Like, do you want to have this business just for yourself, where it's just maybe just you and maybe a family member or a few other people? Or do you actually want to have drivers under you? Or do you want people to start their own grocery delivery business? The The possibilities are endless, guys. There's so many things that you can do. Like, just look at all these freelancers. Like just look at all this. So I just want you guys to kind of like take a look at what you're able to do and some of the options that are available on Fiverr. If you guys are new to Fiverr, of course, once I said earlier that Fiverr is just a company that allows freelancers and customers to connect with providing services. So whatever it is that you need, I'm talking about almost any type of service that you can imagine, even if it's research. And that's what I want to share with you guys. If you guys aren't really sure on how to study your competition or even how some of these companies got started, hire somebody. Like, say, hey, I need some internet research here. I'm going to look back in here and go into internet research. And look at this. You can hire somebody to do this. This person has 4.9 rating, 320 reviews, which is good. This person can do data entry, data scrapping, web research, admin support, and copy and paste tasks. Data scrapping is when you can take, it's almost like, I forgot the name of it, but it's like the CSS, not the CSS, but RSS information, and they could put it into a data sheet or it's almost like using like Excel, like a spreadsheet, and they can get all the information. Like data scrapping, you can also data scrap from people's websites. I mean, I'm not saying to do that, but I'm just saying people can do all kinds of great things if you don't have the time to do the research on your own, or if you don't know how. You can pay somebody to do it. And this person here is charges from $10 all the way up to $50 to $125. And my thing is, save your money. I don't care how much you say you're broke. Save your money. You have people here that will do the research for you. Whatever it is that you want to know, if you don't know how to research it on your own, or if you don't understand it, hire somebody to do it. You can hire somebody as low as $5. See, look here, $5, $50. They can find it for you. Okay, guys, so that is part one of that. And looking on Fiverr, I'll leave a link down there below if you guys want to sign up for Fiverr and to get started on finding somebody to help you set up your grocery and your food delivery business. It's time to be successful, guys. It's time to make that money. It's time to finally walk out in your dreams. Make it happen, guys. Okay, guys, so now that I have shown you some of the information on how you guys can research and find the right developer, keep in mind that you have to find what works for you. You have to find the right person or persons or company that works best for you. One of the reasons why I decided to show you guys Fiverr is because with Fiverr, it's a little bit more affordable for some. I know some of the pricing that you saw may have been a little bit steep, but that is kind of inexpensive for most, because when it comes to software development and when it comes to mobile app development and doing the infrastructure on mobile apps and also on websites, there's a lot of detail and there's a lot of work that has to be done. But we have to understand that you have to work with some of these developers as well, like not putting too much on some of these people based upon what you think that they're worth. Because regardless of wherever they're from, they're working hard for you to make sure that you get what you want to have done appropriately. Also, I want to let you guys know that there are going to be many grocery and food delivery companies that are going to pop up often throughout the next several years or so. Now, we do know that there are some companies that are kind of like the head honcho or like the main go-to companies as far as food delivery and grocery delivery. Now, we already know that there are many companies that are already kind of like the forerunners of grocery and food delivery, such as Instacart, Shipt, Amazon, and even Dumpling, but I'll talk about that more at a later date. Now, some time ago, I did mention in one of my videos that I do know of companies personally that have their own grocery delivery business and they don't even use these platforms. I'm not sure how they got it all set up or how they had their developers to get everything set up on their own, or if they're on their staff. However, at the same time, there are a lot of local grocery delivery companies and even food delivery companies that are doing quite well. So please do not feel like if your company is not as big as some of the major grocery delivery companies like Shipt or Instacart or whatnot, that you won't be successful, because you can. Even if you have maybe 5 people working with you, still there is great things can happen even in a small number of people, okay? And make sure that when you're starting your business, as I always say, you're starting with the good intentions and even with the right motive, because if the motive and the intention is off, or it's wrong, it's not going to survive. Like I've seen companies that I'm starting to see tank because the motive was off. Like they're trying so hard to overthrow Instacart or trying to overthrow Shipt or trying to overthrow Amazon, but they're forgetting about the fact that you have to focus on one thing. And that one thing is thinking about the people first and not thinking about the almighty dollar, because it is good to be successful financially, but making sure that everything is built on the right foundation first. One of the things I also wanted to share with you guys is that making sure that when you look on Fiverr, that you're looking for some awesome things from these developers as far as like personality, and you're also looking for character. Now, sometimes you might not be able to get all of that because some people that are in different countries or in different states or whatnot, they have their own personality, okay? And sometimes how they talk to you may seem a little bit rude. That is just how some people in their culture talk. So don't take it all personal. But you also want to make sure that this is a company or a person or persons that you can work with for the long run. Again, that's based upon what you want and how you're getting things set up. Maybe this is a company or person that is going to help set you up and help you get off the ground for a while, but then you end up hiring your own personal developer or software engineer or whatnot. So it all depends on what you guys are looking for. But if Fiverr isn't for you, it's okay. You can always look through Upwork, or you can also look online just for different developers and things like that on how to get you set up. Because again, there are other software programs and other companies out there that I have been researching over the years that can help you get started. So I just wanted to make sure that you guys are looking in the right direction. You want to make sure that these people know what they're doing. That's key above anything else. Making sure that whoever you choose as your developer knows what they're doing. That is so important. So I hope this has helped you guys. I'm going to get off of here, but I do have more videos coming, especially for those of you guys who are ready to get the ball rolling and making sure that you have your budget set aside to do what you need to do. Okay, guys? Remember that we do live in a competitive world, but at the same time, you have your own audience, you have your own customers, you have your own clientele. So what others are doing, let them do what they do, but whatever that you build, if it's done in the right way, people will come to you and you'll be able to sustain the right customers. So without further ado, I gotta run, guys. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.